Jorge Arias is a Mexican-American professional wrestler currently signed to WWE, where he portrays the Sin Cara character, which means faceless, or without face in Spanish. He is currently teamed with Kalisto as part of the Lucha Dragons. He was formerly known as Hunico in WWE. Before signing with WWE, Arias wrestled under the ring name Incognito, under which he had worked for professional wrestling promotions such as Asistencia Asesoría y Administración in Mexico and Chikara in the United States. He is the second wrestler to use the name Sin Cara in WWE, as the first was Mexican-born star Místico. Professional wrestling career. Born to Mexican immigrant parents in El Paso, Texas, Arias began wrestling in Bergs High School, where he was an accomplished state champion multiple times. He then embarked onto a professional career, as he managed to continue working for his family's funeral home in Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, Mexico in the early 2000s under the ring name Místico. This masked ring persona may or may not have preceded the debut of Místico in Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre around the same time period, but CMLL won the legal rights to the name Místico sometime in 2005, forcing Arias to change his name to Místico, or Místico de Juárez. On February 2, 2004, he defeated Nico El Millonario to win the WWA Middleweight Championship, but was stripped of the title in March when he had to stop wrestling in the Tijuana, Baja California area where the World Wrestling Association was based. Asistencia Asesoría y Administración. In early 2004 he began working regularly for Asistencia Asesoría y Administración, CMLL's main Mexican rival, and had to change his name in order to avoid any type of legal problems. With minor adjustments to his mask and tights, Místico became known as Incognito instead. While he was signed to AAA for over a year, Incognito made few wrestling appearances, spending most of his time training in AAA's school to improve his wrestling skills. By 2005 he had left AAA and began working for various independent wrestling promotions on both sides of the US-Mexico border, exploiting the fact that he was a US citizen and spoke English well to get more bookings in the US than most luchadors typically can. Total non-stop action wrestling. Incognito first made a name for himself in the United States when he participated in Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling's 2006 World X Cup tournament. As part of Team Mexico, Incognito's only match in the World Cup tournament was a 16-man gauntlet match that included all 4 World Cup teams. Incognito was eliminated by Sonjay Dutt. Team Mexico finished in 3rd place out of 4 teams. Following his appearance for TNA, Incognito began working regularly for the National Wrestling Alliance, often teaming with fellow luchador Zico Delico Jr. The two participated in a tournament to crown new NWA World Tag Team Champions, but lost to Joey Ryan and Carl Anderson in the final match, a match that also included Billy Kidman and Sean Waltman. Chikara. On September 22, 2007, Incognito made his first appearance for the Lucha Libre-inspired Chikara promotion when he participated in their annual 16-man Torneo Cibernetico tournament. Incognito was part of an 8-man team consisting only of masked wrestlers. The team lost to the Kings of Wrestling. Incognito returned to Chikara in 2008 for a series of appearances. He teamed with El Pantera and Lince Dorada to form the team Los Luchadores de Mexico, winning Chikara's 2018 King of Trios 2008 tournament when they defeated BLKOUT in the finals. Incognito went on to win the 2008 Rey de Voladores tournament when he defeated Helios in the finals on May 18, 2008. In April 2009, Incognito made 2 appearances for Ring of Honor, working on the same shows where his friend Blue Demon Jr. worked. On April 3 he teamed with Chris Hero and Eddie Edwards to defeat Jay Briscoe, Kevin Steen and Magno, and on April 4 he teamed with Hero, Edwards and Davey Richards in a loss to El Generico, Steen, Briscoe and Magno. World Wrestling Entertainment WWE. Florida Championship Wrestling. On December 14, 2009, Arias worked a tryout match for World Wrestling Entertainment working without a mask, under his real name, losing a tag team match against the Dude Busters. Shortly after, Arias signed a developmental deal with WWE following his tryout match and started in WWE's Farm League Florida Championship Wrestling. He later changed his ring name to Hunico, although his mask and outfit remained unchanged. In April, Hunico began teaming with Tito Colon, wrestling Florida Tag Team Champions the Uso Brothers, but were unsuccessful. Later on, Tito Colon was given a new ring persona, an enmascarado character called Dos Equis, which was later changed to Epico, and the team was named Los Aviadores. On June 3, 2010, Los Aviadores defeated the Uso Brothers to win the Florida Tag Team Championship. On July 15, Los Aviadores lost the tag team titles to Cable and Michael McGillicuddy, but regained the titles the following day in a rematch. On August 12, Hunico and Epico lost the FCW Florida Tag Team Championship to Johnny Curtis and Derek Bateman in a three-way match, which also involved the team of Donnie Marlowe and Brodus Clay. On July 26, 2011, Hunico wrestled in a dark match at the NXT tapings, losing to Justin Gabriel. Feud with Sin Cara Azul. On the August 12 SmackDown, Arias made his WWE debut, taking over the role of Sin Cara from Luis Uribe, the former CMLL Místico, who was serving a 30-day suspension for violating WWE's wellness program, and defeated Tyson Kidd. Arias reprised his role of Sin Cara the following week, taking part in a battle royal to determine the number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, from which he was the last man eliminated by the winner, Mark Henry. On August 20, Uribe took back the role of Sin Cara for a live event. However, at the following tapings of SmackDown, Arias once again appeared under the mask. On the August 30 SmackDown, Sin Cara defeated Daniel Bryan and attacked Bryan after the match, turning heel in the process for the first time in WWE. At the tapings of the September 16 SmackDown, the original Sin Cara made his return, confronting Arias' imposter version of the character. On the September 19 Raw, the imposter Sin Cara attacked the original character prior to his match with Cody Rhodes, but was forced to flee after a brief brawl. On the September 23 SmackDown, the imposter Sin Cara attacked the original version during his match with Daniel Bryan, took his place in the match and pinned Bryan for the win. The following week he revealed a new black attire to distinguish himself from the original version, while also explaining that he was going to steal the Sin Cara identity from Uribe, just as Uribe had stolen the Místico identity from him 6 years prior. On October 2 at Hell in a Cell, the imposter Sin Cara, now being referred to as Sin Cara Negro, was defeated by the original Sin Cara, now referred to as Sin Cara Azul. The feud continued on the following SmackDown with Negro attacking Azul. The rivalry culminated at the October 16 taping of SmackDown in Mexico City in a mask vs. mask match, where Sin Cara Azul was victorious, unmasking Arias by force after the match. On the October 28 SmackDown, Negro was interviewed by Matt Striker, where he wanted payback for losing to Azul while revealing his name to be Hunico, a name he used in FCW before being called up. He also adopted a new gimmick, portraying a stereotypical Mexican hoodlum, wrestling in street attire and addressing the audience in both Spanish and English. On the November 4 SmackDown, Hunico continued his rivalry with Sin Cara by attacking him together with his debuting FCW tag team partner Epico. However, this association was short-lived as Epico went on to form a stable with Primo and Rosa Mendez. Hunico's feud with Sin Cara was cut short when Sin Cara suffered a legit injury at the 2011 Survivor Series which required surgery. Teaming with Camacho. On the December 15 Superstars, Hunico introduced FCW's Donnie Marlowe as his new bodyguard as they rode to the ring in a low-rider bicycle. The following week, Marlowe's new name was revealed as Camacho. It was revealed that Hunico and Camacho's friendship arose from Hunico once saving Camacho from several attackers, resulting in Hunico being stabbed by biting a man's eyeball out in the process. In January 2012, Hunico started a feud with Ted DiBiase after Hunico was offended that he was not invited to one of DiBiase's posse parties. After both wrestlers scored 2 wins apiece, Hunico defeated DiBiase on the February 17 SmackDown to end the feud. After his feud with DiBiase, Hunico wrestled extensively on Superstars, going on an unbeaten streak in Superstars singles matches by defeating the likes of Ezekiel Jackson, Yoshitatsu, and Justin Gabriel. From April, Camacho regularly teamed with Hunico. In June, Hunico lost to the returning Sin Cara, on the June 4 Raw and at No Way Out. In the pre-show of Money in the Bank, Hunico and Camacho lost to the WWE Tag Team Champions Kofi Kingston and R-Truth in a non-title match. At Raw 1000 in July 2012, Hunico, along with Camacho and 4 other wrestlers attempted to ambush Kane to make a statement, but The Undertaker returned to save Kane, disposing of Hunico with a choker slam and a tombstone piledriver. Hunico then underwent surgery for a torn anterior cruciate ligament in the knee. Hunico returned to in-ring action at the WrestleMania Access Live event on April 4, 2013, once again teaming with Camacho. Hunico and Camacho returned to television in the November 6 main event and lost to the Usos. Hunico and Camacho's first title shot was for the NXT Tag Team Championship on the December 11 NXT, where they lost to the defending champions The Ascension. Return as Sin Cara. Various feuds. On the December 2, 2013, the Sin Cara character returned to Raw, with Arias reprising the character and defeated Alberto Del Rio, and the character experienced a resurgence as he embarked on a winning streak throughout the month. Sin Cara's streak was ended by Del Rio on the January 6, 2014 episode of Raw. American Samoa, 2014 progressed. Sin Cara was unsuccessful in winning 4 Battle Royals, the Andra Copyright the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania XXX, a Battle Royal for the WWE United States Championship in May, a Money in the Bank qualifying Battle Royal in June and a Battle Royal for the WWE Intercontinental Championship at Battleground. The Lucha Dragons. Also, Sin Cara was sent to NXT, where he formed a tag team with Kalisto known as the Lucha Dragons. At NXT TakeOver, Fatal 4-Way, Sin Cara and Kalisto defeated The Ascension to win the NXT Tag Team Championship, and Arias' first title in WWE. After defeating Intercontinental Champion Bad News Barrett in a non-title match on the January 9, 2015 episode of SmackDown, Sin Cara was awarded a title shot against Barrett on the taped episode of SmackDown which aired on January 15, but lost the match. At the NXT tapings on January 15, the Lucha Dragons lost the NXT Tag Team Championship to Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake. Sin Cara competed in the Andra Copyright the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 31, and was eliminated by Cesaro. The following night on Raw, the Lucha Dragons made their main roster debut as a team in an 8-man tag team match, teaming with the New Day to defeat Tyson Kidd and Cesaro in the Ascension. At Elimination Chamber in May, the Lucha Dragons competed in the first-ever Tag Team Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Tag Team Championship, however they failed to capture the titles. In late June, the Lucha Dragons took a small part in the ongoing feud between the New Day and the Primetime Players on the 25th June episode of SmackDown, when they teamed with PTP in a winning effort against the New Day and Bo Dallas. The Lucha Dragons and PTP teamed up again on the next episode of Raw, and defeated Dallas and New Day for a second time. At SummerSlam, the Lucha Dragons competed in a fatal 4-way tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championship which was won by the New Day. At Night of Champions, the Lucha Dragons and Neville were defeated by the Cosmic Wasteland. At TLC, Tables, Ladders and Chairs, the Lucha Dragons, the Usos and the New Day competed in a triple-threat tag team ladder match for WWE Tag Team Championship which was also won by the New Day. Kalisto have pulled out Unbelievable Salada del Sol at the top of the ladder to Jey Uso at that match. Personal life, Arias grew up in El Segundo Barrio, El Paso. While working towards his goal of becoming a professional wrestler, Arias worked in his grandfather's funeral home in Juarez, Mexico. He also gained a degree in embalming and funeral director services in Mexico. Arias stated in an episode of WWE Superstar Toys that he has one young son. Video games, Arias made his video game debut in WWE 13 as Hunico and will also appear in WWE 2K16 as Sin Cara. In wrestling. Finishing moves, as Sin Cara, high angle senton bomb Euro 2013 a Euro present, springboard senton bomb followed by a springboard moonsault Euro 2011, sunset bomb Euro 2012, 2014 a Euro present. As Hunico, backbreaker wreck lifted and spun into a Samoan drop, sometimes from the top rope Euro WWE. Used as a signature move in FCW, falling star Euro WWE, Hunico special Euro FCW. As Incognito a special, Quebradora. Signature moves, as Sin Cara, diving headbutt to a standing opponent, sometimes while springboarding, Nzwigiri, sometimes from the ring apron, head scissors takedown, schoolboy transitioned into a deadlift powerbomb, springboard crossbody. As Hunico, double underhook backbreaker, Northern Lights suplex, Saito suplex, schoolboy transitioned into a deadlift powerbomb, slingshot dropkick to an opponent seated in the corner, slingshot somersault senton, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. As Incognito, moonsault side slam. Managers, Camacho. Entrance themes, Ancient Spirit by Jim Johnston, Maldissa Cubed by Jim Johnston, Respeto by Rikista Secret Weapon, Lucha by CFO Dollar. Championships and accomplishments, Chikara, King of Trios a Euro with El Pantera and Lince Dorado, Rey de Voladores. Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW Florida Tag Team Championship a Euro with Epico. Pro Wrestling Illustrated, PWI ranked him 93 of the 500 best singles wrestlers in the PWI 500 in 2012. Nevermore Championship Wrestling, NCW Light Heavyweight Championship. World Wrestling Association, WWA Middleweight Championship. WWE NXT Tag Team Championship a Euro with Kalisto, NXT Tag Team Championship No. 1 Contenders Tournament a Euro with Kalisto. WWE Slammy Award for Double Vision Moment of the Year a Euro with Sin Cara Azul. Luchas Apuestas record equals. References. External links. Sin Cara's profile on WWE.com, Sin Cara on Twitter.